All right, you're welcome back on the program. We're so sorry for what happened. That was a technical problem that was experienced. Yeah, we experienced a technical problem, but we are back on air. You're welcome, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
All right. One of those things at times.
One of those things
you can't avoid them.
Oh yeah. We thank God that we are back.
All right. We're discussing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. That's the trial that was resumed yesterday, and people are reacting to it. You were saying something before that glitch.
Yes, I did mention that. How many times are they going to try Nnamdi Kanu? I believe that it's becoming somehow so trivial and very cheap that our jurisprudence administration in this country has become. But I want to say one thing now, that how many times does a person has to face the court of law for the same offense that he has been absolved? Then he begins to wonder what is the interest of federal government in seeing that they make Kanu at all costs when the court of the land has already freed him. Then it's becoming benumbing, and mind is becoming very worrisome, and that such a you kidnap somebody, you brought it. It was not that Nigeria signed any treaty with any country before he was being bundled from Kenya down to Nigeria. Then aside that, then you now brought up Trump charges against him. He still managed to he went to court, and after dealing with the matter extensively in the court saw no reason why he should be jailed, or he should be he should be jailed for offenses not committed. But for how long can somebody, okay, is it not even also enshrined in the constitution that one can self-determine? Because in other civilized countries, we've heard that Barcelona at one time or the other, they were calling for self-determination out of the entire Spain. Nobody was even jailed or hounded down for even agitating. Why is our own so different here? Then for crying out loud, you allow the young man to enjoy his peace. He has had enough. Even whatever jail sentence at the end of the day, if eventually is jailed, which I don't believe that any commonsensical court will do, that he should be discharged and acquitted, because for all this long to have been kept in the gallows or rather in the custody of the DSS, I think it's an infringement on his fundamental human rights as a person. I believe that I think he has suffered enough. He should be allowed to breathe fresh air.
Suffered enough, and he should be allowed to breathe fresh air. Your take, Jack?
Yeah, to say about Nnamdi Kanu, I have already said it. The both of us here doesn't know the game that a young man play in Nigeria, and Nigeria play their own game. It is now where the case have already started. Yes, some of us will say that it doesn't have a case. In one way, if you look on it, there's a case inside. That's why they say when Nigeria say they will bring 3 witnesses and they must be on marks because of security reason. Because if they are not in marks and they come open face like that, those people will not be something will happen to them. And in the federal government of Nigeria don't want to put it into. They don't want to put it into jail. They want him when it is under DSS, it is under protection, and they don't want anything to happen to Nnamdi Kanu, which they know. So, by next tomorrow, another sit of the court will take place. So from there, we will hear the more outcome on it before next week Tuesday.
All right, let's quickly move down to what is happening in the People's Democratic Party. That's PDP. Atiku to leave, and Atiku is denying it. Who said that Atiku will be leaving very soon? The former governor of Delta, Ifeanyi Okowa. What's all about this confusion in PDP?
I know that, I said it on this platform that PDP is practically dead. And PDP is practically dead. I think what I said then is a point out to what is happening now. And you see that Wike has virtually destroyed the party called PDP because he has always been the paid master in PDP before. And he has his keys holding reins of administration in that party. That is why you see that he called the shots. That's why he comes out to boast that whatever anybody may do, nobody can, shove him out of PDP. That is like he is the PDP, he is the financier from day one. Other people, other financier might be, he is the largest financier. That is why he kept on boasting that nobody can shove him aside when it comes to concrete issues that pertain to PDP. Then what is happening now is that Atiku made mention of one statement that the train has left the station. Only God knows the train of coalition has left the station. That go also accentuate whatever is happening to PDP. That PDP is already in tatters, and the center cannot hold, as we see it now.
That's it. Well, for what I found out here under PDP, yes, we can make some image in PDP. You make PDP to stand, but it cannot look the what you built and you destroyed by yourself. We can have already beat PDP and we can have already destroyed PDP. But Wike can never be an island in PDP, which I know. Very soon, I believe that they will remove Wike. Wike cannot put one leg in PDP, put one leg in APC. It is better for him to stay for one place. Like Okowa, what Okowa did, I like what he did. He just pull out, say, I am now under APC. That's what Wike is supposed to do. Not to destroy the party. There's people there. A day will come, we don't know what they're going to do. They can bring PDP back. For me, I cannot say PDP have already dead. But what made the governors and some people from Delta State say, they said that PDP have already lost some governors. So how can they rebuild? How many of them? That's why they're moving to the All Progressive Party, APC. For me, that is not the reason.
Now let's go back to Nnamdi Kanu's case. Before we had that little issue, I asked you that does allowing witnesses to testify behind screens, violate Nnamdi Kanu's right to open trial?
As I said before, for somebody to testify in such a landmark case under screen, that person is not coming out boldly to say it, smacks out of some kind of hypocrisy, a complicity of some sort on the part of the federal government. But by that, I know testifying under screen is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. It has happened in other crimes. But to me, what I will say is that if you are really sure what the allegation, that whatever allegation is being put forward against Nnamdi Kanu, that is cogent enough, why can't those people come out boldly and appear in court as a person to defend whatever they see as an allegation against Kanu? Going behind the scene is that a lot of things must have happened under the context. I think, to me, that's my personal opinion. I stand to be corrected though, that those people that were being brought to the court to testify against him, they are paid people on the payroll of the federal government. If the federal government is serious, let them come out with their verifiable facts against Nnamdi Kanu. But to me, this young man has suffered enough. The time he was being brought to the country, up to this present moment, if you calculate it, it runs into several months, if not years. I think whatever jet sentence, if at all, at the end of the day, is being found culpable for the offense that is being alleged of, I think he has served a sizable shock of whatever jet sentence that might be meted out to him in the gallows of the DSS, which I believe is an abnormality, is uncalled for. Because as a freeborn of this country, he has his own fundamental human right to freedom. And that freedom should not be curtailed under any guise of anything. And I've always said that a justice delayed is justice denied. For how long are we going to get to our Eldorado of justice administration in this country? Why would we continue to do something as if that we are in a banana republic where different kind of monkeys play? For how long are we going to continue like this? It is uncalled for. It is unheard of in any sane country. Then anything sensible that this government, I will implore this government to do, is that they should find a way of finding a political solution to this nightmare called trial.
Now to the comment section. Let's see what viewers are saying there. Udesi Chima, what's Udesi Chima saying about Benjak? Benjak is a wicked man. He's only against Kanu because he sidelined Wazirike, the corrupt master of Benjak.
Udesi, for you to say, are you a freedom fighter? You can say whatever you want to say. But I am still stand on my ground. You don't know what Nnamdi did. Very soon you will know. Very soon you will know. I will stand here to say the truth. Bala is not afraid of staying front. So I know what is going on. And I cannot stay here to be saying this is what is going on. I know I can keep what I see. It's not what mouth will say. Thank you, Mr. Joe.
All right, Mr. Chima, again, Michael, if someone came out openly to testify in the MKO Abiola's case, so what's the big deal in the so-called witness in Kanu's case coming out open to testify?
As I said,
what's the big deal?
You see, somebody came out during the time of the MK Abiola case, but was that person came out under guise? But you see, what I want to say here is that this Nnamdi Kanu orgy of a trial is becoming sickening to me. It runs contrary to sensible reasoning, and it's not clinical to me. I believe that whatever needed to be done should be done with human face. It should not be done. It's not a barbaric act to continue to employ barbarism in our act of justice administration. I want to believe that whatever this government has against Kanu should be tabled before everybody in the entire community. Let them see it. Why are they hiding under the cloak of justice administration by going back and forth over a case that stayed too long before justice is being found? Can justice ever be found in this case with the way it's being toyed with? That is my take on it.
All right, as to whether those witnesses were paid or not, Amos has responded to you here. Of course, Nigeria can pay any amount for the so-called testifiers, but at the end, they will be put to shame. Kanu has no case to answer.
I concur with that person because in as much even if at all there is any person that has a case to answer, is the federal government because there was no treaty. I stand to be corrected. Not easy enter into with Kenya government or any other person to see that he is being extradited back to the country, and Kanu still stand on the ground to prove that his fundamental human right is being infringed upon. And if at all, if he were to take up this case, he can also sue federal government for impinging on his fundamental human right, which I believe that he has the right to so do.
Now, at some point, we had the Southeast governors are behind the continuous incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu, and somebody has said something here. Kingsley Igberi. The only solution to Nnamdi Kanu's case is political. That's political solution is only the solution to the case of Nnamdi Kanu. I said the Southeast governors should also turn up. They should also turn up.
You see, they cannot turn up because the majority of the Southeast governor, with all due respect, they have soiled their hands, except but a few. You understand? Because they are using Kanu case as a tool of bargaining, as a bargaining chip with federal government in order to continue to entrench themselves in power. That is why it has become so. It's a mockery on the integrity of the entire Southwest government that they cannot come out boldly to defend their own, but because of their selfish interest, they are defending themselves. They are using Kanu's case as a bargaining chip with federal government in order to entrench their position in the political firmament. It's a disgrace.
All right, Udesi Chima said I should tell you, that's Benjak, that he only said, okay, Michael, please tell Benjak that I said it's only against Kanu because of his issues with Wazurike.
Well, let me say this, Chim. Kalu, if just I know Nnamdi Kalu from 2005. Why? Because the Chim I know Nnamdi Kalu by 2015. I know who Kalu is. I can stand. Then I'm telling you, Nnamdi Kalu and Nigeria play game. Nnamdi Kalu have already played his own game by the side of Nigeria. That's why Nigeria played their own game on his own side. When you are coming to the southeast, I know what he did. And which the governors, which the elders of southeast know what he did. So I tell you, what I see is not what mouth can say.
I've heard Nnamdi Kanu spoke in many fora, and to me, from my own estimation, he's not a personality that I would say that will do something that is very bizarre when it comes to agitation. This is somebody that is so sound, is well loaded. Even though I am for a very good, a varied politics called Nigeria. But there is nothing wrong for him to say, to agitate. I think some people are seeing it in the wrong light. I think there are some interest groups that know that his clout is becoming larger than what it seems to be. That is why they are afraid that of his clout in order to seek an antidote.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
Mr.
much.
Vincent, Mr. Ben, I appreciate it. Onyezi, you're welcome on the program this morning. Okay, then we have Onyezi and Mr. Play together. Onyezi, can you come closer? All right. How are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody. Thank God for the day.
All right.
God bless you all.
All right. Thank you for joining me this morning again. At some point, people preferred political solution as what could resolve the case Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has with the federal government. And looking at it, we all know that the case has been revisited. There was a trial yesterday, it resumed yesterday, which Nigerians are reacting to the hooded witness yesterday in the court. Now, what's your take on it? As someone who have been advocating for freedom of the Igbos.
Yes, I agreed with you 100%. Unfortunately, it took that dimension, and the federal government wanted it to take that direction, and that's why they brought in the witness after 10 years. The guy you saw there, we have already carried our investigation and discovered that he's one of the DSS Fulani man, from the northern part of the country, who went to Golden Tulip, where he was in first tag. You can see the equipment. He's the one who know all those things. So our government does not know what they want to achieve at the end of the day. You understand? Well, there will be cross-examination on the 2nd of May. They're going to cross-examine him because what they found there were just laptop, phones. There was no gun, RPG, weapon, missile found in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, possession. So they tendered it before the man they call James Omotosho, who happens to be the presiding judge at the court yesterday, and everybody saw it clearly. And he decided to, engage Mazi Nnamdi Kanu privately without any lawyers. Nnamdi Kanu had 19 and 3 sons or 4 sons present. But Nnamdi Kanu, he said, okay, I'm going to engage you. Omotosho, there was a one-on-one thing between him and Omotosho. At the end of the day, I think he was able to even put a smile on his face. And I know for a very long time, Omotosho had never smiled, but he smiled yesterday, because he saw the engagement was something that he never believed, because he had been hearing about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, oratory tendencies, the way he speaks and all that. And he made it very clearly that I am the owner of Radio Biafra, and I am a Biafra, and I have right to defend myself. If there is anything wrong with that, prove it. And they could not prove anything. So, but I think from what I'm sensing there, there's gonna be some kind of interest who wanted the matter, to be revisited. So Nnamdi Kanu is starting trial fresh after 10 years. I'll tell you the wickedness, that's attached to making sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being brought down. But unfortunately, what they met is not what they think at the end of the day. So Nnamdi Kanu has successfully braced up for the reality on ground. And you see him yesterday, it does not look like somebody who is bothered about anything, because he knows that he is standing on the side of the truth. And that actually attracted the attention of a Cameroon chief judge. He made a comment yesterday. You understand? I don't know whether, you see, Nigerian papers, they are not reporting it. They are only reporting defections, criminals that are defecting from one place to another. They cannot report something that will transform Africa. They are reporting defection because that's where they are getting their loot from. The Nigerian media is just where they cannot report what the reality on ground that took place in the court yesterday. Yes. Knowing fully well that I keep on saying it's not about Nigeria. Nigeria is too small for Nnamdi Kanu currently now. He has brought anything that has to do with Nigeria. For the first time, the UK see their delegate. I'm not interested in UK. I'm not interested in all this. You understand? But I can tell you that the guy is gathering momentum on daily basis, and he has made it very clearly that my identity is Biafra and I have right to defend myself. As simple as that.
If Nnamdi Kanu is an anyhow man like he was Rike, by now he entered money and entered house like he was Rike. That's Udeze Chima. Okay, Benjak is no more here. He's out of this place. It is Benjak versus Udeze Chima this morning.
Udeze Chima.
All right, there's no political solution needed here.
We don't need any political solution.
Kanu has won the case before.
Bros, and what you know that they have moved from felony charges, reasonable felony. They are talking about terrorism. You know that felony now they cannot be able. So they are saying that who is a terrorist? It's the Nigerian government that is a terrorist, because the act of kidnapping, you know, that act is a terrorist act, and based on that criminality, that's the justification that you do not have the jurisdiction to try me in any court anywhere in the world. That's what the chief judge of Cameroon is saying. You kidnap somebody and you are trying him. Where is it though? You committed criminality. That's the fact. So you can see how everything is going from left to right. Unfortunately, the whole world is watching. I don't even know what Bola Tinubu tend to achieve with all this.
All right. What does President Tinubu tend to achieve with all this? And apart from that, some people said Kanu has no case to answer. Is it true?
Yeah, I have to disagree. Kanu has case to answer. Because prior to that problem, before he embarked on that issues, you know, it was with Wazurike before. I think it was the spokesperson of the Wazurike team then. And suddenly, they asked him to go and set up Radio Biafra, right? From there, he decided to set up his own, group, in which some of them really turned to a bit of terrorists, right? And because he could not manage them well. And I can say, before you embark on trouble, first of all, look at the consequence that will come with it, right? When you are talking of Nnamdi Kanu got a freedom for himself before he went down to UK. What now brought him back to Kenya, if not the long truth? You know, I think some people must have organized cash for him, that okay, we have something to offer you. And I think for Nnamdi Kanu, that he knew what he went through under the president, Muhammadu Buhari, and he escaped the first time, and he still now came back to Kenya, just a doorstep to the country, to the doorstep. So why is he looking for? Why is he looking for? It's part of the non-state actors that are putting Nnamdi Kanu into trouble. These are the people. They will tell you they are Biafra, and the Biafra is nowhere to be found again. I can tell you what I did, because before Ojukwu died, he said there's no more Biafra on the land, and that was why he embarked on political space. He embarked on the political journey of MPN. Then anybody can go and Google it. Ojukwu came wholeheartedly and said no more Biafra, and I am a member of MPN under Shagari and Ekweme. He even contested for, I think, Senate then. So they should go and verify what I'm saying. So this Biafra that this Gen Z of nowadays are carrying on their head has snowballed to criminality as it is. Say it as it is, has snowballed into criminality and causing havoc. And I can now say the level we are now, the road we are now, is the road to political problem, political solution. And I think some Southeast elders not minding the non-state actors like these disease that did not even meet the history of Biafra, the non-state actors and the leadership of the Southeast now are engaging with the government of the day, which is the government of President Bola Tinubu. And they are still now saying they should just be thanking President Tinubu, Bola Tinubu. That was what came out from the other man. I think one top-notch billionaire in that area. To be turned easy, yes, something easy. So I think the non-state actors, they should not put more fire, because the Southeast is not the only one agitating for Biafra or for freedom or for walking away from Nigeria. You have a city called Catalonia in Spain, and we've never had crisis from that area when there's agitations. But why is it that our own agitation for Biafra always come with serious damages, serious killing? Mark my word, and go back to the history. Right from the agitators started the agitation of Biafra, it has always been serial killer. If you don't go along with them, they get you killed. And I think Nnamdi Kanu said notified that under the autopilot, the guy called autopilot, Samuel Ekpa, there was a lot of killing under Samuel Ekpa. So that was why Nnamdi Kanu disassociated himself from, is not part of this Samuel Ekpa agenda. I think Nnamdi Kanu must have learned this lesson, and likewise the way they treated Igboho too, everybody must have learned their lesson, because you can't fight government. I fought government before. I fought the government of General Olori under the IBB era. You know, that we went on rampaging on the rampage, and we destroyed a lot of things, and we were so beaten, we were so bashed, we were so, you know, so a lot of the consequence for you fighting government. So that's why you have to go constructively this time around with governments.
How can you get justice?
Yeah, it's really. I think there's going to be light at the new trial. Yeah, there's going to be light at the end of the. There's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. The way I'm seeing things now, because they are going to apply the political solution to this problem. That's my words. The political solution will be the end of Nnamdi Kanu trial.
It's true.
Well, I disagree with every half-baked information, because most of the things that are being told here are just blatant lies from the pit of hell. And these are the kind of information that should not be allowed to fly in any space, anywhere in the world. We are sane mind. People will get sense today. I tell you, that's the fact. I can repeat it anytime, any day. You understand? If you don't know, that's why they came up and say, Igbo Q. They were still arguing it until Revelation started flying. Mike, wait, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming. Okay. You understand? I can tell you the history of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I tell you what transpired between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Wazirike. And I can tell you who engineered the Belief Human Rights Organization that powered IPOB. And why the United Nations endorsed it. These are not my something. Biafrans are not dwarfs that they gave power to. They don't know how to rule Nigeria. You agitate for power. You don't know ABCD. You don't see common face economy. You don't know, because you don't have it. It is not in you. You keep on looking for it. You cannot get it. There's nothing wrong with imitation. Go and learn. Imitate people and learn. What is called freedom? You don't know what is called freedom. Would Israel become an independent nation if not Genghis Khan that started the Zionist movement? Would Israel be where they are today if somebody took it up? Why didn't they kill him? He's a terrorist. Kill him, shut him down. He's a terrorist. That is absolute rubbish. I can tell you that. When the advice came to Wazirike that United Nations cannot recognize this organization because it does not align with the Charter of Self-Determination for indigenous people. Okay, listen, I'm telling you, I can go and check what they call Google it, it's in your phone. Belief Human Rights. Who are the people? Who are the founders? The late guy that fought the Biafra war from Wasaba, what's his name? I can remember them. How'd you see it? What are you talking about? they sat with men. And before that time, this Bola Tinubu, as Nnamdi Okowa, has attended what Igbo conference in Texas, where Nnamdi as a small boy, fresh graduate, addressed it. But not be was it cannot be. Tinubu was there. Was this when Tinubu and Nnamdi Okowa were friends? This Nnamdi Okowa we are seeing. They attended World Igbo Congress in US. Go and find out that year. That very year, Nnamdi Kanu took the mic and told them what is they are doing rubbish here and what is that's going to happen any moment from now. But all Igbos, you want with them, Wodo, and the former from Asaba, Ugwashuku, Rafuwuche. We are all there. That was when the first time the Igbo top leaders at that level in New York saw Nnamdi Kanu, and he told them what he was coming for, and he meant it. Then, when he saw that Nnamdi was not towing the line required by the United Nations, then they came together and formed IPOB. IPOB. And when they took it to the United Nations endorsed it. An agency of the United Nations, you can Google it to your phone, endorsed it as the only organization that has met the requirements of registration of self-determination for indigenous people. Bro, if there's no indigenous people, what indigenous? Go and mark, that was the underlying word that powered IPOB. Indigenous. You have to be indigenous. That was how the campaign started. And the Nnamdi Kanu was not violent. Nnamdi Kanu was not carrying weapons. Nnamdi Kanu was not carrying any form of attack on Nigeria. What Nnamdi Kanu was saying was that let there be restructuring. Restructure Nigeria. Let there be a federating powers given to states and regions. That was what he started with. Do you understand what I mean?
That was his campaign then.
Then restructuring, restructure Nigeria. Give Igbo support. Are you not hearing it? Give this, do this. That was. Have you not seen him mention that? Then the so-called people, when he started talking about what is going to happen, which is happening now, then he started getting attention. And that was how they start tagging whatever reasonable and all that. And when he even came to Nigeria, he did not disturb anybody. He went to the court, and after that, they went to his house, and he escaped. Killed 28 people on the spot. Bros, that's what the world is asking. Are you going to? How will you kill somebody that is not armed with ordinary flag? I think that was what escalated, and the world began to get interest into it. Let's say issue of Biafra. Let us remove issue of Biafra. Have you seen Igbos carrying any arms, terrorist attack on any tribe in Nigeria? The answer, whether you like it or not, is no. Then the question is, does self-determination, because even in your family, when you have 3 children, you're not treating them well. One go say, no. One go say, okay, daddy. One will call you daddy. No. And when it happens, he say he's a terrorist. Is this. I've never seen anywhere in the world. That's what the enlightened minds are saying. That somebody that is carrying flag, you can see it physically. You can see anything physically. It's tagged. It's only in Nigeria. And anybody does not refuse to stand it. Nnamdi Kanu have rejected political solution to anything concerning this trial. I can tell you, those who are getting political solution to these things are the demons in Nigeria. I can tell you correctly, there's no political solution. This is a very clear issue of legal battle. Let them go to court and settle it. How can you tag somebody terrorist? You don't know what Nnamdi Kanu. So he wants a freedom fighter to sit in one place. He has a friend in Kenya that he moves anywhere. He go to Japan, he go to Asia, anywhere. That because Buhari, so he will not travel out. He said he went out. It's unfortunate. But Nnamdi Kanu has opened Yoruba eye now. They say, Odua. What is Odua? I don't know Shatu Odua. Did I shout Odua before? I'm asking you, you will stay here. You have you had the setup before? No, I'm asking you now. No, bros, excuse me. No, I'm asking you. So when there is when there is when there is the revelations like this, you understand, bros? It's not when there is an issue like this, people should look into it deeply and understand what is this thing talking about. The reality on ground is that the people that coupled Nigeria say go your separate ways after 100 years. What's the big deal about this fucking dark nation called Nigeria? I can say it again. The meaning of Nigeria is darkness. You can Google it anywhere. It means darkness. And the only illuminating light anywhere in the world are the Igbos in this country. Let me say they work for office. Yeah, you see me at the work office. I stay under the sun 24 hours. I'm working the office.
Different comments coming in this morning. I don't think I'm going to read most of these comments. You know, we have comments upon comments, you know, in the comment section. Sometimes I don't like going deep into this issue. You know? Oh yes, just go. Just go. All right. Let him react. Let him react. He has something to say. This kind of issue I don't like going into for how many hours.
We do not disturb them.
You can see what. Hello, can you calm down?
Go away with your Biafra, man. Oh, yeah, no. I have right to say what I want to say. Nevertheless, they see their crowd. So I think all what I've been hearing from this man, they are the one pushing him. They are the one pushing Nnamdi Kanu to where he is today. And the truth has to be told to them. And I don't care if they like, they listen to the truth. These same non-state actors, like this one that just came now, he has not even visited Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison. No, he has not to come and hire you. His spokesperson. He's just here in Oga and putting more salt into Nnamdi Kanu case. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, they said that Nnamdi Kanu did not bring on any devastating devolution issues. Nnamdi Kanu said it out, and the tape was recorded that born Lagos, born everywhere around in Lagos. But it was NSAS, yes, under the NSAS. So what the hell is this man? I don't think he really studied what is going on.
What led to that kind of comment?
What led to that comment, right, was the hatred.
No, I think it was after the killing of the protesters. Yeah.
After the killings of the protesters, so it was Lagos that killed those people, or the military, federal military soldiers, the federal government soldiers. Yes. So what now concerns the Lagos? What now concerns the Lagos? What now concerns Lagos? Does he have to bring out that derogatory statement out? A statement where his brothers are doing their business, doing their everything, and you said they should start burning Lagos. And I think you cannot just come here and be defending Nnamdi Kanu, anyhow, and you are not going through what he has, the atrocity he himself has committed, in which you have to seek for pardon on. Me, I don't fear anybody as I am here, and I will always say the truth, and the truth shall set me free. If you like me, on it, in populations, you cannot stay me down all over. Then no burn the person. So what I'm saying now, Mike, is the way things are now, Nnamdi Kanu will be freed. He should be freed, and I've been agitating for his freedom. But at the same time, this non-state actors are my problem. They are just here dishing out any rubbish thing and abusing the government, and the same government that wants to free Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know whether there's decorum, a bit of decorum in where they come
I'm not going to be reading messages in the comment section this morning. I'm not going to read it.
Let's
messages.
We know where the message is going to come from.
Not just you. We have people. I don't want to. Okay. But I'm going to take a message from. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take a message from Uche Ilari.
Oh yeah.
All of you guys are doing a fantastic job. Yeah. I personally learn every day from you guys' opinion. How do I send you guys even recharge card? You guys don't take your opinions too personal. just advising us not to take our opinions here personal.
That's
I wasn't careful. Oh, yes, that.
Yeah, can you imagine?
No. All right, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's a support. So we just I don't get me now. That's it. That's it. So you can join the Biafra pastor. You can join him. Join him. All right. You're welcome on the program this morning. Like I said, you can keep your comments coming, but I'll be very, very selective in reading comments as regards what we're discussing here today. How would you react? What's your own response to what happened in the court yesterday? Please, sir.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember humble sir, that Biafran evangelist. God bless you all our viewers, wherever you are. Ifeanyi Chima, okay, Chima. Please pardon me. You know, the one that one time that showed me love. God bless you. And every of our viewers, both the man in America and the rest. You know, based on what happened yesterday, let me just go straight and hit the point. What happened yesterday is something that, you know, I am not surprised. It's a normal thing. You know, we are in a democratic government whereby, you know, is somehow being silenced. It's a place, a country whereby, you know, we hate facts. We don't want to see it. We don't want to hear it. If you watch what yesterday, it baffles me that somebody want to testify against Mazen and the case of how many 10 years, and it's yesterday you are coming out with a mask. And what is scaring you? If actually you know the truth and you're speaking the truth, just as I am now talking, then I should be wearing mask in speech or speaking for 10 good years. And this government, the present government, is not the one that have issue with Mazen and Kanu. I surprised. You understand? Now Muhammadu Buhari get issue, and I could remember before Muhammadu Buhari began to hunt for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we have a living legend in person of the former president of this country, Olusegun Obasanjo. I vividly recall he said, allow this man, don't pay attention to this man. He said, don't pay attention to this man, that if you should pay attention to this man, you will not like it. But being a military man and somebody that is not well learned, I'm sorry to put it that way, he is not well learned. That is why he embarked on the journey that is collapsing Nigerian judiciary today, Nigeria as a country. Today, do you know, for the very first time, I was shocked yesterday. Since 10 years, it was yesterday that the British are sending a delegate over the matter that matters to their own citizen. I'm talking about British citizens that they kidnapped with a British passport in Kenya. But listen to me, everybody have right to travel anywhere. So far the country of so far the government of that country, you know, guarantee you their visa to come. You have right, even me, I have right to travel to Burkina Faso, to Kenya, to anywhere, if they wish. If they grant me that,
All right. So sorry about that.
No problem. So coming to IPOB,